Hi, you guys. Um, Thank you for tuning into my channel once again. And tonight's video is going to be how the hijab inspired me. And I'm feeling this is the right topic because it's the Sabbath, technically. And those of you who don't know, in the Bible, one of the 10 Commandments is to celebrate the Sabbath and like not work and study and just show dedication to God. And just me awakening, I grew up in a really Baptist family. So waking up to all of these different perspectives once I left home, not knowing that there were even, so many different perspectives has opened my eyes and mind to think in a lot of different ways. And well, I'm gonna start off by saying, um, today is so diverse because the hijab is something that not a lot of people know the name of. It's not really familiar, and Muslim women usually are the ones who are familiar with it, but I've been doing research on women, and you guys, I did not know that women were being oppressed and that in other cultures, women were treated. Some really great women said there was no difference between a woman and a table in a room, you know, in her culture. And that's really captivating because I can't believe there are women out there who are able to tolerate such a life. But I guess when you don't know anything else, it's different. So, with that being said, I grew up in America and we dressed like hookers, okay? I grew up in the South. I'm 24 now, about to be 25. I just stopped wearing, let's see, high shorts. Um, I just stopped wearing high shorts like what 5 years ago when I started realizing, okay, modesty is definitely something that we're lacking. So hey, um but in America, we go AWOL. Like, I don't even know how to explain it because there's so many people who are sensitive about topics like this that I don't want to hold my tongue too much, but I also don't want to oversay anything because like people will really, what's the word, come at my neck when it comes to topics like this. But yes, the hijab has influenced me because I feel like in the Middle East and America is like two opposite sides of the spectrum, okay? And one is way, 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 way too provocative, and the other one might be a little bit way, 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 way too conservative. So we have to find like something to bind us in the middle, like what's the word? An equilibrium to what a woman should stand for. And with family values changing and with society evolving or changing for better or for worse, who knows, every day it's changing. So the woman's role, the man's role is changing every day, and it's just getting so crazy. So all we can do is just be little representatives of ourselves, right? And that comes with staying true to who you are and using everything you've been through to just show who you are, because that's a big role of our existence. I feel like we're all little walking universes that just so happen to coincide with each other. And I guess that's how you make the world a better place. But this is something that definitely needs to address because, American girls are being too much of hookers. And I say that because like when before I had a daughter, like I could care less. But now I got a daughter, and like the other day she was watching Cardi B. No offense to Cardi B, she a bad bitch or whatever. But like my daughter liked watching her, and I was like, are you serious? Cardi B, this little 2-year-old baby. And that's what it's designed for. Like, the media, things like that is designed to influence the mind of the young, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be, influencing others, but most importantly, raising the young up to be what definitely be what they need to be for things to get better around this joint, because it's not the best right now. So personally, what the hijab has taught me is that, I watched this TED talk. I'm going to get to it, I promise. I watched this TED talk about it was this Muslim, she grew up as a Muslim woman, and like she was talking about studying the Quran and how the Quran has 3 verses that pertains to how a woman should dress. And that's not a lot out of what, I don't remember how many verses, but it's a lot of verses. And she was just saying how it seemed like, it was very vague, like it wasn't very specific. And over time, they changed it to women should cover from their neck to their elbows to their ankles. Don't get mad at me. I don't want to offend anybody's religion, but that's the little bit of research I did find. Like, it's not specific, but yet, a woman should dress according to her role in society. And that makes sense. So that means, your role in society also comes with who you are, your brain, what you're wired to be, right? So, and I observed the way this woman who grew up in a Muslim culture talk. Like, I'm so American. I'm like, hey, I'm crazy, I'm like, it's hard to take me seriously sometimes. But she was like, and this is what the Quran thinks. And this is what it states. And because I'm a woman, like, she just was so powerful. And I knew why she was doing that. There's a lot of women in her culture who don't have a voice, who never saw a woman of power. So yeah, some people might think she's overdoing it, but I really respected her because, everybody's different, and where she's coming from, she's letting you know, like, it's not her clothes that show the type of woman she is. It's how she perceives herself. It's the fact that she's even on stage talking about a topic like this. There's men out there that get so angry at men, because of their religion and like how they grew up, and it's just crazy. Like, it's so controversial, but that really inspired me. Her talk about the hijab inspired me to just be the woman that I need to be, and show that it's not bad to be a woman who enjoys being herself. I don't think that we should be hidden so much, but you do have to have respect, right? Because if we leave little windows for negative things that negatively influence the society and the cultures that we influence at the end of the day, that's a really big problem. Like, that's the role of the woman, just to set standards. We set standards, right? We show people how we need to be treated, how we want to be treated. And that comes from you being wherever you grew up. Like, if you grew up a Muslim woman and you used to seeing this, maybe you want to portray this so that your daughters and your sons can respect this. If you grew up an American woman and you saw this, all the time and it was too much, maybe you want to tone it down a little bit and be this so that you can add the balance. That's what it's about. Balancing the overall universe, because you are one universe. You see, you hear, you experience everything for a reason, okay? And you were chosen to experience these things for a reason, so don't take them lightly. Is that all I wanted to say? Yeah, so as you can see, I don't wear makeup anymore. I'm growing my real hair out. And I just, I feel so beautiful. And like, no disrespect. I'm not bashing any woman who wears weave and makeup. If that's what you want to portray, that's fine. But just make sure you really think about your appearance. Really think about who you are and what society sees you as, because that is one of the most important things of your being, like how your light, your image shines to the world. And that's all I'm going to say. All right, because I'm just a 24-year-old mother trying to make it just like everybody else, and I got an opinion. So I hope you enjoy my opinion. Please like and subscribe if you like the way I think, or if you're interested in seeing where I'm going. I do hair videos, I do skin videos, I do parenting videos, I do videos like this, just talking about topics that most people either aren't knowledgeable about or they're afraid to talk about, you know. Request a video, request a topic you would like for me to talk about. I would be more than happy to. But thank you very much for watching, you guys. Be blessed. Have a wonderful Sabbath.